some of the things that really stayed with me and or actually got my attention at first was the finish for the cabin. Now you have like this, earlier it used to be a plastic finish on the dashboard. Now it's got this leatherette wrap, nice stitching for the leatherette wrap. And also on the door pads, they've got this finish, which is gray and it has a wax-like look to it. It's waxy.
Okay.
So it's strange. Again, not seen something like that before. You almost feel like, and I did it, like I poked my nail into it, like, like you do in wax and expect it to peel a little bit. It looks like that.
Got it.
So they've got some, and they've also said that it has sustainable materials and things like that. So the cabin certainly looks more premium on the inside. It looks interesting. The layout is similar to before. The highlight in terms of equipment change here is that now there's a 13-inch screen. It used to be the 8-inch screen earlier. The good thing there is while they have minimized buttons, the screen menus are easy to use. The functionalities that you want to access are all there. And one of the things I wish wasn't in the screen was when I was driving around at night, I was just like looking for how to activate auto hold. I can see the other buttons here, but I can't find auto hold anywhere. I was like, how can this car not have auto hold? And I'm going on looking around the center console and here and there. And the next day, I spent time going through the screen and I realized it's in one of the menus. So auto hold has to be activated from there. A lot of controls are from there, but like a feature like auto hold, which we're used to having a toggle for easily accessible, that's also in the screen.
Okay.
The other highlight, so to speak, over here in terms of all these things is what Skoda calls smart dials.
Smart dials.
Yeah. So they've got 3 rotary controls.
And they switch between functions.
Correct. So we've seen this now with different vehicles as well. So the thing is, you got to click them in, push them in, and they'll switch to the other mode. So the center one is configurable.
Okay.
So you can change it.
So it's a shortcut for whatever you prefer to have.
Correct.
Got it.
And the side ones have preset menus. So that's a toggle between temperature, blower controls. Sorry, I might be confusing it, but yes, definitely one of the things was seat heating.
Okay.
And seat ventilation. And so that kept annoying me that I had to always toggle through seat heating to get to seat ventilation. It just felt like, hey, should have made all 3 customizable.
Right.
But anyway, so that's what it is. While feeling around the car like this at night, one of the senses for me was, I wish it had richer materials at the touch points.
Okay.
So the dials, they have this nice grippy texture to them. But you can see they're plastic. Same way, the steering is that 2-spoke design that we get with all the Skodas here. It also has the scroll wheels. And I've been giving the Slavia grief that they feel plasticky. They feel plasticky here as well.
Okay.
Then now they have a different kind of drive selector, which is like, how Mercedes used to have the stock? Or rather what now we saw last with the Ioniq, where it's a stock and with this twisty thing on the top, it's like that.
Okay.
That's also plastic. And it feels plasticky.
Yeah.
So a lot of the touch points are feeling plasticky. And it's the same thing even for the wheel covers, the aero covers.
Yeah.
They feel plasticky, right?
Got it.
So in some ways, that sense, that perception of luxury via these touch points isn't being nailed.
Got it.
Are you missing out on the sense of design, the equipment? Is the equipment bad? No, the screen is great. Both the screens, the driver's cluster, all of that is good. All the usual Skoda stuff is thoughtful. So door pockets good. Center console, so much storage. You have a tray. There are 2 wireless charger slots. And this was the really cool stuff. The wireless charger slots are angled nicely. So your phone just stays, it doesn't move anywhere. Otherwise, half the time you have to keep adjusting your phone, is it centered or not? It just fits in nicely.
Nice.
It's a good center console, 2 cup holders, storage, which can also convert into a cup holder. You just slide a tray.
It doesn't matter, no, India doesn't have coffee culture.
I was thinking about that. And then there's more storage under the armrest. So, and 2 glove boxes, which it always had earlier, but it has all of this, right? So it's a very practical car. So those strengths of the Kodiaq remain.
So it's a clever car. It may not be simply clever.
Yeah.
This clip is actually from a much longer video, which is on our main channel, which is called MotorInc. Why don't you visit us there? This idea in more detail over there with my great friend Kartikeya. You like him, right?